So, leadership is an opportunity to serve, and with this version, I aspire to become your leader. If selected, I would love to lead by example, not just in academic pursuits, but in all co curricular activities as well. I'm standing for the post of Vice Sports Captain and Vice House Captain. I would like to talk about why I am deserving of the position. I've been an active participant in sports activities since childhood and have always been taken and will continue to take part in any sports activity held in school. In my fifth grade, I started playing football, but it's not just a game to me. It became my passion. It's an adventure that I would like to venture through with many of the young athletes in our school who are ready to spread their wings. It taught me lessons every day and even today continues to do so. This sport has helped me in enhancing my determination and arose a quality of sportsmanship along with my fun-loving personality. I promise to lead the young youth of our school and success and help them to discover and achieve the best version of themselves. I am willing to accept the challenges and face the obstacles that may come in my path towards something better. I am ready to thrive and find the hidden gems of our school and let them shine with me. I've played many football tournaments, be it in school, inter schools, and even nationals. During these tournaments, I have developed a close bond with our various seniors and juniors, be it of our school or many different schools, or be it in sports and personal bonding. Now, moving ahead, I would like to talk about my active participation for my house. These houses are not just groups, these are families that we build. I have been part of the theatre group for 3 to 4 consecutive years and have always contributed to my full capacity. I am dedicated and a proud student of Ajanta House. I have learned from my seniors and I hope to be good as good they were. But we all come with flaws. Unfortunately, I am little short tempered sometimes and it bothers me a lot, but I am working hard towards it. I have also faced the problem of being slightly irresponsible in the past, but now I have put that behind me and I am ready to take on responsibilities without slacking. In the end, I would conclude by saying, I got dream, I got vision. Vote for me, it's the best decision. Thank you everyone. I am Dakshit Bakshi, standing for the post of Vice House Captain and Vice Sports Captain. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Daksha. That was a lovely speech. Now the floor is open for interjections. May I please request the judges to ask questions?
Dakshit, do you think the post of vice sports captain is restricted to football? Is it vice
Uh,
football captain or is it vice sports captain? Because all that I could hear for your sports was football, football. That too from class 5 till class 11. So how does it make you very suitable for the sports team and not just the football team?
uh, Thank you for the question, ma'am. But ma'am, I just think that the this shows my faithfulness and my determination towards a sport. Like if you must have heard, like if you travel on two boats, you will obviously fall. And it's my passion, and I am not only worried about football. I also play basketball and different sports for my house. But as my passion and as my hobby, I like to pursue football, and I am dedicated towards that only.
Dakshit, can I ask
Thank
a
you.
question?
Yes, sir, please.
Actually, you said that right now. You said that actually you don't prefer to travel in two boats, but I think you are standing for two positions. I think one is I think house captain and other one is I think sports captain. This itself is showing that actually you
Yes,
are
sir.
actually moving in two boats. Na? How do you justify that statement?
Sir, thank you for the question. But
I know
I
that it's
think
slightly
this,
a difficult question. Yeah.
yes, sir. So I just believe that two boats in one career is different, but I think there are two paths, and I have to be in the council, and that's my main target. So these are only just my paths to go. the final destination is only one. But
So which
like
one
if
is
we
your
talk about
preferred one?
sports,
Which one is your preferred one?
like there is no as such preference. My main motive is to serve school and motivate the children and keep my surroundings always happy and motivated like me.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Dakshit, it's nice to know. Dakshit, it's nice to know that you want to keep everyone happy and motivated around you. But as you yourself mentioned, that what you feel a major drawback that you have is that you're short-tempered. So I feel a major goal for you out here is to control your temper, because you yourself mentioned that you're short-tempered. So first, what do you prefer doing, controlling your temper or making everyone happy? Because if you're short-tempered, let me tell you, people are not going to be happy around you.
So, ma'am, thank you. But I told that my short-tempered bothers me a lot. Ma'am, it doesn't disturb the other person. Like, if things doesn't go my way, I am slightly disappointed with myself. But I usually don't blame other for that. And I always try to keep everyone around me happy and unaware of the fact that I am disappointed or short-tempered.
Okay.
Ma'am, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you so much, Lakshit. Now the floor is open for interjections from the people. And anybody who wants to ask the question, please drop it in the chat box below. You have a minute.
Anupama ma'am, where is Jigyasa ma'am? She's not here in the list.
She has messaged in the group that she has some connectivity issues. She's just messaged in the senior school group.
I think now the question
Since
is for the
some
children. I
people
think
are
those who are
facing
attending.
certain issues, so you can just raise your hands and I'll pick any one of you and then you can ask your question. Just raise your hand if you have a question. Okay, so since Garima Mishra has raise your hand, so please could you ask your question, Garima?
Yeah, so my question to Dakshit is that looking from a point of view of a sports captain as well as a house captain, if a child wants to participate in the sports day, in the sports meet, and he's from your house, Ajanta house, and but he's not good at sports, but he's very passionate and he wants to participate. So Dakshit, from which point of view will you make him participate in the annual sports? Will you think for your house that will it be advantageous for my house to give him a chance, or will you think that no, even if he's not good at sports, he still should get the chance?
So thank you for the question, Garima. So I would basically think about who is more deserving for that position and the chance. I would not see if it is from he or she is from my house or from other house. If I am a sports captain, I am serving to school, and every child is equal to me. So I prefer who is more deserving, and whether it be of my house or different house.
Okay, thanks.
And we will
Thank you.
remember this, Dakshit. We will remember this.
Yes, ma'am, for sure.
So any more questions? We'll take one more question if anybody has it. Okay, so no question. Thank you so much, Dakshit. We'll move on to the next speaker. We have Pranavi coming up next, who's standing for the post of the vice head girl and the vice house captain, Satpura.
Working hard is important, but there is something that matters even more: believing in yourself. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Pranavi Vaishnav of Class 11A, and I'm standing for the post of Vice Head Girl and Vice House Captain. The first time I stepped into the school was the month of April in 2015. I was shy and didn't talk to anyone. I never even thought that one day I would think of myself as brave enough to stand for Vice House Captain and Vice Head Girl. But here I am, 5 years later, ready to lead and to learn. To all of you, I'm just another class 11 student trying my hand at student council. So as the system goes, I'll start with my chief assets. I am an army officer's daughter. Because of this, discipline has been instilled in me since I was a child. I'm approachable and patient, which makes me a good listener, and this will help me communicate with all of you in an effective way. I have good ethics and good work ethics, and I'm able to be calm before the storm. Due to my quality of being reliable and responsible, my teachers have entrusted me with jobs that I have fulfilled with good outcomes. I've actively participated in house days and other cultural house events. I've been participating in the youth parliament for the past 3 years. I'm an aspiring writer and an aspiring singer. I do have flaws, but I try to use them as my strengths. I criticize myself a lot, but this helps me put up the best version of myself. I'm really sensitive and get emotional, but it's why I'm able to sympathize with people. I also overthink, but this way I contemplate my decisions. I love St. Mary's, and I would love to help it grow like it helped me turn from a shy 11-year-old to a confident 16-year-old. I hope you see a future leader in me. This is Pranavi Vaishnav, standing for the post of Vice Head Girl and Vice House Captain for Satpura. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pranavi. Now, please, the judges could ask questions.
Pranavi, I have a question. Pranavi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think you are standing for head girl as well as house captain.
Yes, sir.
I think you are standing for two posts, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So why did you pick two posts? Are you not confident about of picking head girl or something like that? Because if you are 100% confident enough, then you should have actually picked or selected only one post rather than picking for the two posts.
The thing is that as a house captain, I will be able to contribute only to my house. But as a head girl, I will be able to contribute to the school and help the school grow. So I think that I chose both the posts, as any one of them will be good for me, because if I'm the house captain, that's great for me because I love being in Satpura. And if I'm the head girl, then I'll be able to contribute to the whole school, which is also a major part of what I want to do for the school.
Thank you, Pranavi. Do we have any other questions from the judges?
Pranavi, as a head girl and also as a house captain, there are times you really have to take up very difficult decisions. It happens at times. I'm sure all your prefects will let you know that there are times you really need to take up real difficult decisions. And as you mentioned that you're quite emotional, you really think you will be able to be a very strict disciplinarian for the school as a head girl or for your house as a vice house captain?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I've grown up in such a household where sometimes in my house itself, I have to make decisions with my family. And even though that decision may not always be it may be a difficult decision, but I've always been able to handle two different decisions that are coming in front of me. I've never let my emotions guide me, but even though I am emotional, but they never have sort of been an obstacle to what I believe in. So I think that I will be able to make decisions because, yeah.
Okay, I have a question, Pranavi.
Yes, ma'am.
Working with you last year, I got to know that you have a problem in staying back. if because have a problem with commuting by yourself. Now, if you be the head girl and or maybe the house captain or whatever, there are extra hours that are to be given to the school
Yes, ma'am.
without the help of a parent. And so, how do you plan to do that? Because you were quite clear that you just can't travel by yourself, and if somebody has to pick you up every day, that won't be possible. How are you
Ma'am,
planning to cope up with
the
that?
thing is that my parents were really reluctant in letting me go out, but now that I'm 16, they believe that I am really responsible. For some reason, they just wanted me to be around 16 to travel alone. So these days, they have told me that once you start going to school again, you might have to. I already told them that as a head girl or a vice house captain, I'll have to stay back. So they told me that yeah, you can travel alone. So now that's not an issue.
So thank you, Pranavi. Now the
Well,
questions from the
Anushka, ma'am, that's
audience.
a parenting lesson too. No? 15 pay, there is a lot of problems. 16 pay, everything is fine. Okay, so overnight things change.
You know, after all, it is sweet 16.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so now since Dakshit raised his hand, please, Dakshit, ask a question.
Hi, Pranavi. So, I know you personally, and also I know that you also know that you are being a part of students. So you know how misbehaved and notorious sometimes we are, and now we are like standing for this post and taking a responsibility. So how do you think? So if like I know you personally and you are very quiet and emotional, so how do you think you are going to manage this notorious behavior of children, plus their mocking behavior towards the council members sometimes?
Just because I'm quiet does not mean that I cannot be strict at times. I've just had a problem with authority sometimes. Like, if I'm not at a place where I can actually tell anybody to stop and do something, I've always kind of been reluctant to do it. But if I am a council member, that I have some sort of authority and I will be able to use it. So I think that's going to help me, I think.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Do we have any other question? Please raise your hand if you have a question. So since we have no questions, we move on to the next speaker. The next speaker for the day is M. Hanita, who's standing for the post of Vice Head Girl and the Vice House Captain, Hasi. Hanita, you're muted.
Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
Hanisa, now you are audible.
Am I
Now you are
audible?
audible. Yeah.
Until they get it right. Good morning to all the judges, teachers, and dear students present here. I'm Hanita Maricherla, a student of class 11B, standing for the post of Vice Head Girl and Vice House Captain of Khasi House. It all started when I entered middle school. I saw my seniors wearing these blazers, walking smartly around the corridors, acting responsibly. I was so impressed that I had made up my mind that I have to be elected as a prefect in class 8. But my failure of not being elected as a middle school prefect didn't stop me from competing again in class 11. My strengths that define me are that I'm responsible, I'm sincere, I'm disciplined, I'm organized. But I'm proud to say that I am not too perfect because I too have my weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is that I'm self-critical, I'm nervous, I'm inexpressive, and still has the fear of public speaking. I feel that I possess the skills of a leader because I'm a constant learner. I can perform under pressure. Also, I like facing new challenges because each and every step I pass, it makes me feel more confident, more bold and stronger, and ready and experienced if I fail. I have also been an active I truly believe that life is all about taking risks. If one never takes any risks, one does not know what he or she is capable of. Also, I have been an active participant in all sports day events and house day events. Although I don't call myself a sports player, but I believe in trying to get experience as well. Other than that, I have participated in many other competitive exams held in school as well. Under my prefectship, I would ensure that a chance would be given to the student who is not best at something, but who wants to prove others that he or she can do it. I believe that every student deserves a chance. Other than that, I don't have any planning to change the school in this specific way. Instead, I would be the change. My responsibility and my strategy is to implement the changes that have already been brought up in the school. I believe that the work of a prefect is to act like a strong bridge between students and teachers, and I think I can be the one. I think that my time is probably up, and I would sure like to conclude my speech. I hope that you have had a clear idea about me and my personality. Thank you all for being such a patient audience and listening to my speech. So once again, I'm Hanita Marichella, a student of class 11B, standing for the post of Vice Head Girl and Vice House Captain of Kasi House. Be bright and vote for the right. Most importantly, stay home, stay safe, and be positive. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anita. Now the floor is open for questions. Please request the judges to ask questions for Anita.
Teachers, no one is asking any questions.
No, I just want to say
Neha,
that I'm impressed
can
by
you let
the
me know?
effort that she put in.
So I will ask a question then.
Yeah, okay.
Can I?
Yes, please.
Please go ahead.
Come on, Josa.
Josa.
I think he got disconnected.
Yeah.
Can I continue till the time we wait for Josa?
Yes, definitely.
Hanita, I would just like to recollect last year I was a part of the Khasi House, and I was trying to recollect where I have seen you participating in the house day. You know, it's such a big fun fair in our school, and I was really trying to recollect. Somehow I could not recollect where were you on stage. Can you just let me know? Maybe I'm forgetting.
You asking me last year in which event I participated?
Yeah. Yes.
I was a puppet. I was.
Artist,
ma'am.
Yeah. You are an artist. Yeah.
Yeah, I participated as a puppet. I was handling the puppet, the prince.
Okay, you were handling the prince. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to ask one question. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You are.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Harita, as I taught you in class 10, and I know you as a person, you are a very hardworking girl, and you put efforts towards a lot of things that you aim to do. But then the thing is that at times I feel you get nervous. This is what you mentioned also. So, as being the wife, head girl, how will you get over with this, and how will you take decisions? So I want to know that, because I just don't want that you should get influenced by anyone, or you should get nervous while you are taking decisions. So how will you get over with that?
Ma'am, so in class 9th and 10th, I came to this realization point that whatever anyone thinks about me, I should not care. I should be myself. So one of my reasons for being
Yes, Priya, you're asking something? Yeah, I am asking something.
Ma'am, shall I continue?
Please continue.
Please let her finish the answer.
Yeah, go ahead. I think you go ahead, Hanita.
Yes, ma'am. So one of my reasons to get elected as a student council member was to get
Hanita, go ahead
a
with your
large
answer.
yeah, sure. Am I audible?
Yes,
Sanita, you want to?
So one of my reasons to get elected as a member of the student council was to get a lot of exposure to the people around me. So I believe I have the faith that with a lot of
Yeah.
exposure, I would always,
Yes. Yes.
I
Go
would
ahead.
be
Go ahead.
able to conquer. I would be able to conquer that fear. Was I audible?
Yes, Sanita, you were
Yes,
audible.
my
I
dear.
think
Yes, you
Sir
are.
is
You were
facing
very
some
much
network issue.
audible. Don't
Sir is
worry.
facing a connectivity issue.
I think I finished my answer.
Yes.
Yeah, you
So
did.
now we'll
You did.
take questions from the audience. Since Sarah raised her hand, Sarah, please you go for your question.
Hi, Hanita. That was a wonderful speech.
Thank
I just wanted
you.
to ask that you said in your speech that you will serve your school. You kept saying that you're going to serve our school. So, can you serve your school without being in the student council? Or is it only
Of
something
course, I
you
can
do
serve
if
the
you're in the
school.
student council?
With being a prefect comes a lot of responsibility and a lot of power. The change that I didn't repeatedly say that I served my school, but of course I can serve my school even being a normal student as well. Being a student council, what I believe, what my strategy is that like you have seen that participation in house day events is going down. So what my changes not like what I wanted to say is participation in house events, especially if you're considering boys' participation in dance. So I would increase that.
Okay, thank you so much, Anita. So next question we have from Garima Mishra.
Yeah, Hanita, there are many candidates I've heard that they say they are responsible and they are trustworthy, they are disciplined. So what makes you different from those other candidates? Why do you feel that you deserve the post? And why should we elect you? What makes you different from others?
Teachers have been praising me for my sincerity and hard work since class 6, and I believe that I can handle that pressure. Being a science student, I feel that it's a lot of pressure that is going to come on my mind. So I have already been making schedules and all, and how would I plan to, study as well as handle the situation and handle my responsibility as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Hanita. So the last speaker for the day is Divya Sen Gupta from Ajanta House, who's standing for the post of the Vice Sports Captain.
So I start now. Should I start?
Yes, please.
In sports, there are three kind of people: those who make it happen, those who watch it happen, and those who wonder what happened. Good morning, teachers, judges, and my dear friends. I am Divya Sen Gupta of Ajanta House, standing here for the post of Vice Sports Captain. I've always seen my seniors walking in those dazzling blazers, and I always felt that I had to be a part of it. So, for me, sports is not just about winning, but wanting to win is. For me, sports is not about being knocked up, but about being getting up. For me, sports was always my second best friend. So now I'm here standing to let you people know that I am Miss Right, who you should vote for. Moving on, I would like to highlight my strengths and achievements. I am capable, cooperative, responsible, transparent, funny, and a very good convincer. I am good at managing time too. As for my achievements, I have been the best athlete for 2 consecutive years, 2016-17, 17 and 18. I am an active participant in zonal and interzonal and school levels. I am a very good listener too. For my weaknesses, I am just a bit short-tempered, and I would really love to say that I have been improvising on it. Now, why I deserve this post? Because I have been working hard. I stood for this post. I stood here in class 8th when I this childhood, and I really want to fight now. I want more people to participate in our school, and I will make sure it happens. Then there may be people that have more talents than me, but there's no excuse for anybody who work harder than me. Thank you, and vote for me.
Thank you so
That's
much, Divya. Now, may I request the judges to please ask their questions?
Divya, the quote that you said at the starting of your speech. Yeah.
Mom, your voice is not coming.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
The quote that you said at the starting of your speech is by whom?
This is by Michael Jordan.
By Michael Jordan. Okay. So you should mention whenever you're quoting a quote by somebody, you should mention the person.
Yeah, sure.
Do we have any other questions from the judges?
Actually, I couldn't hear her clearly. I was cracking at least on my end. Sorry for that, Divya. I missed out a good part of your speech, and I was really trying to make up what were you actually trying to say. So I'm also really wondering what to ask.
I'm sorry about that.
You don't have to be sorry about anything. Maybe some connectivity issue or something. I could see you, but your voice was cracking all the time. It was very difficult for me to make up what actually you're trying to convey.
I want to ask one question from Divya. Divya Jigyasa this side. I want to know this thing that you said that you are trying to get away with your shortcomings and you're trying to improvise. So what steps are you taking for that?
So I have been meditating a lot. I have been giving myself 1 hour, 2 hours of meditating, and I promise it really helps. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So do we have any questions from the audience? You can raise your hand if you have a question. Okay, so since we have no questions, I would like to ask you a question, Divya. My question is that you're a very good sports person, you're a very good sports personality, but once you become the sports captain, there's a lot of additional responsibility that comes along. So don't you think that additional pressure will affect your game or your performance in your sports arena?
To be very honest, for me, pressure doesn't stand in my way. I have that heart that matters to fight. It won't, to be very honest, it won't affect my game.
Okay, thank you so much. So last call for any questions from Divya, then we're done for the day. So since we have no more questions, so we're done for the day. Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you so much to all the teachers and judges and the audience for being so patient. This is the last speaker. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tanya, you're not audible. I'm sorry.
Is it possible for only teachers to be here and everybody else leaves the meeting for another
Yes, now I can do that. I can make one of you the host and then you guys can carry on with the
Please
meeting.
make Anupama ma'am the host.
Yeah,
just
that.
Sanya is the host.
No, but if you can have.
I'll make you the host. Just have made you the host, so I'm.
Yeah, I'm the
Okay,
host
sure.
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, everybody. All students can leave.
Yeah.
Thank you.